Hello friends, I am Vishal sir from Ikra High School. Today I am here to explain a chapter from Standard 9 NCERT syllabus. Chapter 1 Matter in Our Surrounding. In this session we would include major topics related in this chapter. The things we are going to relate is things around us, matter, composition of matter, different theories related to matter, particles and its characteristics, states of matter and the arrangement of particles in different states, change of states of matter, definitions, and evaporation. So, without further ado, let's begin. As we all know, we are surrounded by various things. Things may be living, non-living, and many more. From the earliest, humans had the curiosity to find how things are made. Scientists tried their best to explain the formation of the universe. They called matter the material from which everything is made. Matter can be defined as anything which occupies space and have mass. Examples: the air we breathe, the food we eat, stones, clouds, stars, plants, and animals. Even a small drop of water or a particle of sand. So, definition of matter would be anything that has a mass and a volume. During the early periods, there were many theories prevailing the formation of matter. Indian philosophers thought of matter was the formation of Panch Tattva, the five elements for life. Modern scientists classified matter by their physical and chemical nature. They stated the theory of particle as the smallest part of any matter. From the textbook, the given activity 1.1 gives us a brief explanation of matter and its particles. In the given beaker, when we add a spoon of salt, it disappears and the water becomes salty. But the level of water remains same. As the salt fills up the space in water particles with its own particle, the level doesn't rise, but the composition of normal water to salt water is obtained. This proves that matter is composed of very tiny substance called particles. So, particles are the smallest part of any matter. As you see on the screen, the particles of matter have certain characteristics. The important characteristics of particles of matter are the following. The particles of matter are very small. The particles of matter have space between them. The particles of matter are constantly moving. And the particles of matter attract each other. As you see on the screen, we are aware of the three states of matter: solid, liquid, and gas. There are two more states of matter which you will study in later class. The properties of all three states of matter, as you see, is given in the classification, where solids have definite shape, distinct boundaries, and fixed volume, while the liquids have fixed volume but no definite shape, and gases has neither fixed shape nor fixed volume. Talking about compressibility, solids have least compressibility while the gases have highest compressibility. Let's see the arrangement of particles of all the states of matter. Here you can see that the particles are very loosely arranged in gases, while it is closely packed in the solid. The arrangement of particles forms the different states of matter. The change in state of matter is also due to the rearrangement of particles when heat or pressure or both is applied to the particles. Let's see the melting of solid to liquid, vaporization of liquid to gas, and its reverse reaction to regain the state to its original form. When heat is provided to a solid substance, the kinetic energy of the particle breaks its composition and loosens itself to fluidity. If more heat is provided to the liquid, then its arrangement still loosens more to become gas. The different changes that occur among the states of matter has their own definition. Let's proceed further for all the definitions. The definitions given in the textbook are: melting point, the minimum temperature at which a solid melts to become a liquid at atmospheric pressure is called its melting point. The process of melting, that is the change of solid state into liquid state, is also known as fusion. When a solid melts, its temperature remains the same. Latent heat, the heat energy absorbed by ice without showing any rise in temperature, is considered that it gets hidden into the content of the beaker and is known as the latent heat. Latent heat of fusion. The amount of heat energy that is required to change 1 kg of solid into liquid at fixed atmospheric pressure at its melting point is known as the latent heat of fusion. Boiling point. The temperature at which a liquid starts boiling at the atmospheric pressure is known as its boiling point. Latent heat of vaporization. The amount of heat energy that is required to change 1 liter of a liquid into gas at fixed atmospheric pressure at its boiling point is known as the latent heat of vaporization. Now, sometimes the solid directly changes to gases without converting into liquid. That process or that change of state is known as sublimation. In the same manner, many times gases changes directly to solid without changing to liquid. That is called deposition. So, these are the different definitions that you have to study under this chapter. Now there is one more phenomenon which is totally different than boiling. In boiling, the temperature rises at certain fixed limit and then the liquid changes to gas. But in evaporation, the liquid does not reach to that boiling point, still it forms into vapor. In evaporation, it is a totally different process than boiling. In boiling of a liquid, the liquid must be heated to a certain temperature to become gas. While in evaporation, temperature doesn't play much part in converting the liquid to gas. But the kinetic energy of the particle gives rise to the situation where the particles at the surface becomes gas. Here you can see different factors that affect evaporation. When the temperature is more, evaporation is also more. If the humidity is higher, evaporation is slower. When the wind speed is more, evaporation will be more again. Many times, color also play an important role in evaporation. Lighter color reflects heat away, so there is less evaporation. And many times, availability of water also plays an important role in evaporation. Less water means less evaporation. So these are the main topics that you have to study through your whole chapter. Thank you students for joining this online session for study. Hope We tried our best to make you understand the related topics according to your syllabus. Thank you.